What is happening, everyone?
Oh,
What'd you think? The pictures were kind of grainy on that.
yeah.
I tried downloading. I gotta get somebody to show me how to download pictures off an iPhone to a computer because I grabbed them off Facebook and they were grainy to there. And
No, it was your iPhone. You got to upgrade to at least the second generation. You have the first one from like 2011.
mine's got the button at the bottom you push to go back home.
Yeah. That's an iPod.
Oh, right, gotcha. Sebastian, Norm, Stupid Fast, what is going on, everyone? We are still recovering from this weekend, man. What a great weekend. Vermont State Champs 2025. I had, we were driving home. Mason says, Dad, he says, this was probably one of my funnest weekends racing yet. Tons and tons of new people that showed up. I think more than half were people we haven't seen at our track before.
Yeah, very cool to see everybody show up. Thanks to everybody showed up too. It was awesome.
Yeah. And Chris Eldridge, talk about a Stoke hangover on Monday for sure. For sure. Chris Eldridge took title on the Perpetual Cup. So he was I got his name spelled right now on it. So Sebastian, what's happening? Mark, how are you? Norm, my son did really good in the A main, yes.
Yes.
I couldn't be more proud of that kid, and
he did so good.
He did so good. In the B main, I was like, he was a lap ahead of everybody, and I'm like, yeah, let's go slow. And he's like, no, I can triple this. I'm like, stop tripling. I'm like, just go.
I said it over the mic too one time. I was like, there's no need to push it now.
Yeah. And then he starts what, 10th in 10th in the A main and got third. I mean, and I'll tell you what, that Luick Dago's son.
Yeah, he's a wheel. Unreal.
Fast. There was some very fast drivers, and
yep.
I was super proud. I just kept telling him, drive smart. Don't drive fast, drive smart. And he did. I was super proud of him. So he did a good job. But yeah, the parking lot was packed. I've never seen the parking lot as packed as it was. I looked down the camper row there, and like you could walk down it, but you weren't driving down it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, a lot of Madness guys there. They showed, I think Joe LaPlante was the first one there Friday, and I hadn't mowed the lawns yet. And he pulled in. I felt terrible. I'm like, let me mow the lawns real quick. So I'm mowing the lawns. He's moving the picnic tables. And so thanks, Joe, for the help. Chris Eldridge was a huge help all weekend. Bob Robichaud, as always, Rose, Bill, Enzo, Kenny, Chad Cullinan. He came up, and he's always a huge help. So it was just a fantastic weekend. The Canadians came in full force, and everybody loved them. I mean, people are still talking about how great they were, and I keep telling everybody, you got to go out for one of their races because it's such a great time.
Yeah, we definitely all need to go next year to the Quebec Classic. That is a must for everybody to go to that.
Do they have other trophy events, or is that I know that's the closing one, right? Like the season.
They have a series, I think, and then just that.
So I actually meant to ask Eric or Bago and Norm maybe, or Mark, maybe somebody knows. Do you guys have another race coming up at the Dragway this year that we should promote for you? I saw something online, but it was in French. I could understand the 2 and the 9. That's all I could understand. Stuff. And Bago, he's a smart guy, right? He's been doing this a long time. He owns a hobby shop up in Canada. He runs racetracks.
Yeah, he's doing a live right after this too.
Yeah, so we should probably make sure we're done before 8 so they can get on to his. But Norm says it's a club race. Last race is September 20th. So it's a club race. But if you're looking for something to do on the 20th, I thought it was the 29th, but maybe the 20th, certainly hit them up. So But no, it was a good weekend in the track.
Was hooked up. So much traction.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I mean, everybody said, everything worked for tires too, which was nice. You didn't feel like you were just off, out to lunch for tires every time we went out. So obviously there was better, but there wasn't the really bad scenarios.
Right, right.
It was really good to see, and I heard it from everybody coming up on the stand, and how good everything was, and it was great to hear it all too. Everybody was really good about input and stuff as they were coming up, and just like, hey, everything's great. We love the new things and this and that, and it was great.
Yeah. Robert Lavea, what's going on? How are you? Dominic is on. Bunch of people here. I can't even keep up with the names. Warren Campbell, what's happening, buddy? Trying to keep up on my phone, but yeah, no, we put 3,500 gallons of water on throughout the week, and it still was not holding. Like we couldn't get it to hold. We went through a 5-gallon bucket of VP Stay Wet on it, and then Friday I bought these sprinklers, and man, those sprinklers worked awesome. That is the way to do it. I think we're gonna try to figure out a timer system, so maybe one goes for a half hour, then it shuts off, the next one goes, and then get a third one, and just have them keep doing that the week.
They definitely have those like timer blocks that has multiple ports on them too, so it can run each one on a different timer and stuff. I've seen them on Amazon and stuff.
Track didn't blow apart, stayed together, awesome. The traction was awesome. I think, what was it, Friday night? We got 3, or was it Saturday night? I don't remember. We got 3 holes in some key spots, and Chris Eldridge and Bob went out there and tuned them back in, and that was it.
Yeah, it was like 6 more. It was like 6 in the morning, maybe, or maybe a little bit later. But I was in the camper sleeping, and I heard raindrops. We weren't getting rain. We were not supposed to get any rain.
Yeah.
So
start over of how severe this is, Bill, because you took the worst of the rain.
Well, I mean, so I wake up and it's raining on my camper. I'm like, oh, this is great. And I'm like, I love that noise, right? Then I'm like, oh my God, I left all my stuff outside. And I left it on the table where the runoff on the tent drips right on top of it. And it was not just raining, it was like pouring onto my iCharger and my Futaba radio and my power supply. So I run out there. I see Chris out fixing the track in the rain.
At 6 in the morning.
Definitely 6 or 6:30. I mean, I didn't really care to look at the time. I just ran outside. And my running is walking, as you guys have all seen me corner marshal, right? So I get there and I pull all the tables in. Bob's cars, Mason's cars are all hung up on the hobby shop wall. So it's raining on those cars too. So I took everything in. And then I'm like, okay, well, I didn't even want to try to plug it in. But long story short, I let everything dry. And luckily the power supply is fine. The iCharger, I think I have to change the screen. It's working. But, I guess lesson learned. Don't leave your stuff outside underneath the tent. Cover it up. I should have. Even Chad reminded me before I went to bed. Chad's like, don't you want to go cover your stuff? I'm like, it's not going to rain. We're good.
No rain in the forecast.
None. But the rain helped the track come in, I think. You know what I mean?
It did.
So,
it really did.
Dominic and Eric went out and they watered the track, and Dave Belly, they all watered the track by hand Friday night, I think it was, with a garden hose. And, man, they took their time and they did a great job. So a couple comments here. Norm, track held up very well. Robert Lavea was undialed, RC V5s and soft, all 3 cars. Warren Campbell, hey guys. Chris Eldridge, best track conditions all year, and the layout was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the layout, I got a lot of compliments on the layout. It was a good layout. It was fast, and it was technical. And
that was good.
That back triple, that was a fast section. Like if you were on cone number 2, you were gonna work. You had to run. So we did have a little mishap with that. Bob Robichaud was marshaling a car. and another car come up over the triple, no fault of anybody's, just bad timing, bad luck, and rammed into the back of the other car, which Bob had his finger there, and it smashed it into the D block and sliced his finger down to the bone, wide open. So we luckily had a first aid kit. Everybody was screaming. I didn't even see it. It is on video. Mason saw it on Live RC, and
Didn't even know what was going on until he walked off with his hand up in the air. And
yeah, but everybody's screaming, "Bob's hurt! Bob's hurt!" And I was thinking the worst. I'm thinking, get the defibrillator.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Mason told me he actually was in that race, and
He
he
stopped.
stopped racing. He stopped and ran down to get the first aid kit to get it to Bob.
Yeah, Mason was. I would think it was in the A main E buggy.
I think
When
it
it
was.
happened.
Was it the A main or B main?
no, it
It was the second to last race, so I think it was the A main E buggy, because Mason was in that one, and he watched it happen. He ran off the driver's stand and sprung into action. But we got Bob to the hospital, and they were able to sew him back up. And but man, that was scary. I've never had anything like that happen, but it was a learning lesson, right? It was especially for him, but it was not good. So, but I think, Kenny and I talked, and I think next time if something like that happens, we're just going to stop the race, and everybody stops where you're at in your position on the track. Don't move, and because he dropped to the ground in the track, and Militia was marshaling across from him, so she ran over to him. So now Militia and Bob are in the track on that triple.
Yeah.
With the dust in the glare up there, you can't see it either. That's what's hard. Like, I couldn't see any of that till, like, literally he got up and walked and was like, oh, okay, something's going on.
Yeah, and then Chad ran over, and he stood behind both of them, waving to everybody not to jump it and to go over. And they got him off the track, and race went on. But that was a scary minute. So, but it was a learning lesson, right? It hopefully never happens again. But everybody's gonna be careful marshaling. It's a dangerous job.
I mean, I definitely feel like we should suggest gloves. Gloves should be
and maybe it would have helped, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to been the one to take the glove off, because he'd come over and I said, "Let me see it," and he opened it up, and I was like, close it up. I was like, oh boy, this is not good.
Oh, God.
So, Mark, I loved how you put multiple cameras and the sound quality of the video feed, making it really easy to listen to. You guys did an awesome job there. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, we're trying to make it enjoyable. So even if you're not there, you can watch it online. I think we streamed it on Facebook, YouTube, and on Live RC. So
Norm Stupefast says, so if I drop on the track, chances that Militia will be by my side, question mark.
You should come over, Militia. Absolutely, honey. TQ Chef, what's happening, buddy?
Yes, absolutely, honey. I'll be there for you.
So track was great, and this is Brian Horn. Track was great, and watching the owner fixing jumps and watering at 1 a.m. was nuts. Yeah, you guys come out to have a good time. We get a lot of good comments, and I appreciate feedback, good or bad. And a lot of people were like, "What a great program! I've enjoyed just the vibe here." One guy came up to us and said, "I don't want to leave." I'm like, you don't have to. You got to leave by Monday. So it's not just me. There's all of these people on the live and 30 others probably that make this possible. And it's a lot of work. Thursday night I was going to the track. Friday I took the day off, and Militia goes, "Man, it must be nice to be able to go there and hang out all day and do nothing." And Friday at 3:30, I called her and I was like, "I have not stopped. I forgot to pick Mason up from school." It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's all worth it. I enjoy doing it. Mason doing so well has really kept me going in it, and So it's been very good. Steve Hansen. Hey, you guys. What's happening, Steve? Almost time to dust off the cars, buddy. But yeah, what else about this weekend? I'm trying to think. A lot of good stuff. So
We got
Ken
the
Lambert.
point series coming up, right?
Yeah, we got the fourth installment of our board series this weekend, next weekend coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
20
so
years.
not this weekend, next weekend, point series 4 or 5. So we're coming down to the wire. I think we posted the point standings as of the third race already. So we're going to start narrowing in on where people are at. So,
And a lot of the people have showed every race too, so it's really going to come down to these last few too to see where it stacks up. It's going to be good. It'll be a good one.
Yep, absolutely.
And no track changes. Is it going to be a 2-day event, 1-day event?
So it is. We've been doing 2-day. It'll be 1 day. I mean, the race will be just Sunday, but Saturday, if you want to come and practice, we will be there all day. People really seem to like that. I think that's why I enjoy it, because you make a weekend of it, right? You come up on Friday or Saturday, you spend the whole weekend. There's no rush. You can try different things of what works, what doesn't. Hang out by the campfire. So much stuff you can do. So who is on the cup? Militia sends me she holds up a little note card. Who is on the cup? So, Bill, do you have the standings of who made it on the Perpetual Cup? I sent most everyone a video of the machine, the laser machine, engraving the plaques with their names on it.
Yeah, so I do have the standings. You want me to just go through? It's just the A main first place that gets on the plaque, right?
It is. Robert LeVay, I see you. I see a bunch of questions on here. We'll get to them here in just a minute. Go ahead with the A main on the cup.
So the 10th scale, 8th scale sportsman, A main, that was Sean Parker.
Sean Parker, who almost, I think, went home because he blew an ESC, and I think Wayne Darling put a spare ESC in his car, and he came.
He missed a qualifier or two because of that, and then jumped back in, and then win it. That was great. It was good to see.
Yeah.
I do have to highlight that Bob came in second, Bob Robichaud. And Cole Cullinan, Chad's son, came in third.
That little kid can be good.
How many times has he raced? A dozen, maybe, if that.
Yeah,
third. I think he got introduced on carpet, but yeah, I don't think he's raced much dirt, but he did great.
5 or 6 times outside, maybe.
I stood up. Chad was Marshall, and I went up on the driver's stand with him to help him if whatever. And like 5 laps in, I look at him like, "You don't need my help." I was like, "If you need something, holler." And I walked away. I mean, he's got to be what? How old's Cole? 6? 7.
7, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good job on the sportsman. What else we got?
So 40 plus nitro buggy. It was Dominic
Seguin, from Canada.
I'm not going to even try these last names, Bob.
I can pronounce some of them. So
okay.
I think that's how you say Dominic's last name. But he's a team associated driver. He has 2 daughters. I don't remember Annabella, and I don't remember the other daughter, but they all run for the team associated team up in Canada, and they came down.
So nice.
Yeah, nice job on that one.
So second was Eric, and then third was McCoy. Eric Deschenes, it looks like.
Yeah, that's Bago.
Oh, Bago, okay. And then McCoy came in third.
Yeah, McCoy, Dave Belly.
The Canadians took it all on that one, right?
They did. They did. We lost that one.
Yeah. He dominated the
US has lost 40 and over. Yeah.
Mini Truggy. Chris Eldridge first. And then there's John. So this must be Jericho's dad, John, right?
John Staples. Yeah.
And then Jericho came in third. Nice job, Chris, coming in first.
Awesome job. He rips in that little Truggy.
He does. He does.
People were like, he was tripling.
He was. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Then 40 plus e-buggy. First was myself. Second was Michael Combs. And let me tell you, him and I went back and forth. I beat him by 0.953. So that's it. Yeah. So Michael did well in third place. Will Santiago.
Will Santiago.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And I'll do a shout out for this one. You came in fourth, Bob. Almost on podium.
I was going to take third, but I felt bad because Will had his wife and his kids there with him.
Oh.
That's embarrassing if you don't make the podium. You know what I mean? I was like, I'll give this one to him.
Oh, wow.
You get too many HBs up on the podium. People start talking,
Yeah, this is true because Enzo was right behind you. So, no, Enzo's tech now. So,
yeah.
Okay, well, good. And then
sorry, Bob.
E Truggy A main. Danimal first.
Danimal, Team Techno driver right there.
There's two.
Yep. And his fast lap, 27.9.
Louis or Danimal?
Danimal.
Danimal.
Yep. Right behind Danimal was Lewick. And his fast lap was 28.4. And then third was Marcel Grambel, and his fast lap was 29.4 also. Super fast guys, all of them.
Yeah. I had never met Marcel Grambel. I've heard of him, and him and his dad, I talked to them for hours last
He
Saturday.
used to race on-road with us when he was just a little tiny kid, just with Nick Powell and stuff like that at the same time. It's funny, to see them both like grown up and running. It's good to see.
Yeah, so great job, Danimal. I do have to call this out. Mason came in fourth. He's doing phenomenal. So
and those are like incredibly fast drivers, right? I mean, Danimal's pro, Louis is pro for Associated in Canada. Who was third again?
Marcel.
Yep. I don't know him, but obviously he's really fast.
No, he's fast. He's I've raced with him for many years, so
yeah,
he is fast. So good. Let's continue. After E Truggy A main, 4-wheel drive short course A main. Jericho came in first, qualified sixth, and they showed up just on Saturday, so he didn't have much track time.
Sunday.
On Sunday. So
they didn't practice. They didn't even go out and practice before the qualifiers.
Yeah. So he's always been fast with that. Then his father John came in second, and Bob Robichaud came in third.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. All right, let's go. Nitro Truggy A main. It was Lewick in first with 19 laps, Greg Pace in second with 17 laps, and Ross McDonald in third with 11 laps. But there were only 3 cars. There weren't that many Truggies, Nitro Truggies there. So
yeah,
we got guys that sign up and then they don't run it.
I know. I know.
Kenny pulls me aside and he goes, "Have you seen Louis run?" I'm like, "No, I haven't." He goes, "He is fast." He goes, "He's 2 to 3 laps ahead of everybody." He's like, and he's so smooth on it. Like, the kid's fast.
It is. And I mean, his fast lap in Nitro Truggy, 29.9. I mean, that's faster than the majority of the electrics, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Now here
it's like a half a second off of what he did for his fast time with an electric. So I mean,
super fast guys. So E-Buggy A main. First was Scott Belcastro. And then it was Luke.
What was first place? What was he driving?
HB.
HB. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
What was it 2?
And look, I'm assuming Luke was driving the Associated, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So he was in second, and then Daniel Sedler was third.
Techno.
So that was, again, I mean, Daniel got a 28.2 as his fast lap. I mean, I'm looking at the results. Half the field, their fast lap was below 30 seconds, which is amazing. So Congratulations, Scott. And then we go to Nitro Buggy A main. And Lewick came in first. 38 laps.
What
He
was second?
Huh?
What was second place's lap count?
Ross McDonald came in second. Great job. 37 laps.
So he's still a lap ahead of everybody.
Yep.
Mason's looking, is that Lewick coming behind me? I said it is, and he'd pull over for him. He's like, I'm not gonna hold him up. You know?
But he hung in tight behind him afterwards, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then third place, Mason. Mason qualified 10th, finished in third with 35 laps. He did phenomenal as well.
What was he driving?
He was driving an HB. It must have been that tune you put on that, huh, Bob, after Bago helped?
He did. Bago tunes the thing. We go out and I don't know if the temperature changed. Something changed because I guess he had tuned a bunch of them and they couldn't jump. Like, you couldn't make any of the jumps, you know. So I said, Mason, bring that in. And I leaned her up.
How many turns would you say? Like per hour? You know, hour is 5 minutes.
I want to say 5 to 6 hours.
Holy cow.
Mason goes, Dad, it's a brand new motor. We're going to blow it. I said, Mason, we got it. And I told him, I said, bring it in. I lean it up a little more. And he's like, no, this is plenty. This is plenty.
No smoke coming out of it at all. None.
It still has smoke coming out of it. I don't like the smoke. Where it's wasted fuel.
Well, that's the lineup. So great job, everybody.
Great job. Absolutely. Let's see here. We got a bunch of comments. Kenny Lambert, 30% stud, 70% muffin. Norm says we will lose everything in October. So just so everybody knows, I'm 99% positive. Most all of the Canadian AE team is coming, and I don't know all of them, but like Loic, Bago's son, Damien LeMay, who did not come this time. And I think there's another 2 or 3 of them that are super fast. So U.S. guys, let's bring the competition because it's going to be a big one.
They're bringing it. They're
bringing it. Yeah, Canada's ready to show what they got.
I'm moving to Canada then.
I'm moving to Canada. Yeah. Robert LeVay, he's a good kid. Bob, he hasn't been racing ace. I think he's talking about Marcel Grambel. He got out of racing for a little bit, but I think he's just getting back into it from what I understood from his dad.
Yeah.
Norm Stupid Fast. Annabelle and Militia were the cutest drivers of the weekend. They were. But Norm, I should be on that list.
But Norm,
oh, yeah, Damon Holon. He's an HB driver. And, man, that kid is – we watched him in Canada, and that kid's –
yes.
He's something to be reckoned with for sure. And super nice kid, too. I was pitting for Mason up there, and he flamed out when I was filling him. And he's like, let me help you. And he had the fastest pit in Canada, if I remember.
Yes, unreal. Just like –
unreal.
Yeah, the cars didn't even skip a beat. It was all in one motion. As the car went by, it was getting filled and just dropped right back down.
That's what he would do. He'd pick them up, fill them, and throw them on the ground. Like it was
just one motion.
Mark says, last time I made the count, we were more than 15 drivers for the next event. Steve Stone, what's going on? Sebastian says, but all not super fast, LOL. I don't know. Brandon Clark, we should call it the international race instead of nationals. Well, there's some truth to that. I'm going to get to these in a minute, but we do have some items for the nationals that we printed with the American and Canadian flag because, we appreciate the support from Canada. That was pretty cool this weekend to show. TQ Chef, can't wait for nationals. Going to be epic, saving the best for that race. Absolutely. Sheila Pelletier. Daniel had a blast there and is looking forward to next month. Absolutely. Sheila is Danimal's mom.
I do want to do something special for them, and I know it's not going to be your favorite, Bob. I'm going to say it, but you know what it is. A spaghetti dinner.
Oh, Jesus.
We can do that for sure.
What? I got something special for you, Bob.
I'll take. I'll have to get takeout that night.
No, I got something special for you.
You do? All right.
Yes.
We up in Canada that we made this, or Norm made this spaghetti dinner with militia, and they made garlic bread and all this stuff, and it was fantastic to be able to sit with all the Canadians, and we all sat outside and ate, and it was just a great time. But I hate spaghetti because
I know you do. And I hate to say it, but
when I was growing up, we didn't have anything or any money, and so spaghetti and red sauce was what I ate every night for most of my childhood, and so now I don't want nothing to do with spaghetti. Like I'll eat ziti, but not spaghetti. It's
yeah.
I ate it. Meat pie for Bob. Absolutely. Norm brought me some Canadian meat pies that I requested. Norm says, I was sandbagging at the Vermont Championship, but I will be all out for the Nationals. Absolutely. Marcel Grambel, there he is. What's going on, Marcel? It was a great event. Can't wait to go back in October. So it was a pleasure having you and your dad. They do towing just like we do. So we had a lot in common, and it was a great time. But and the cleanup, right? So we had to bring Bob to the hospital. So militia brought Bob. I stayed back to get everything closed up, and I come out from the hobby shop, and everybody was working to clean everything up. So I think racing got done at 5:20.
Yeah, it was 5:20 when we finished up. Yep.
5:20 we finished the program. So I think we've got it dialed in to where we know where we got to be. And we started a half hour late too because we had a little water accident with the water buffalo. Somebody had turned it on.
Yes.
The hose never got shut off, so it overflooded the track there, so we had to let it dry. So what about the marshalling deal with the barriers? I got a lot of positive comments on that they liked that. I mean, it wasn't the solve all, but it definitely
in the right direction.
In the right direction.
Yep.
So TQ Chef, you can always come by my grill. TQ, I may do that. So what else we got? And yeah, thank you to the Canadians for the track help Friday night. That was huge.
We should probably go to the Nationals a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to go on to the Nationals a little bit at this point.
Yeah, so the Nationals, that's filling up very nicely. I talked to Tebow today. We still have 2 spots available. We really only have 1, but we're waiting for somebody to pay. So we potentially have 2 spots for Wednesday, but all the driving clinics are full. All the camping spots with full hookups are full, but we will have some spots that have power only. And then we have the showers in the bathroom. The showers, that was a huge hit. Everybody was commenting on that. So
I've had a few people ask about camping too lately.
Yeah, so we are going to have so camping for Nationals with full hookup is $150. So we're out of those. But camping with power in the showers and everything, that's going to be $100, whether it's for 3 nights or 5 nights if you're coming for the week or whatever you're doing there. So we will. They did install the gate Monday morning, so it's kind of hard to explain. But our normal parking lot where we all are now, Team Associated, who is sponsoring the Nationals, they're gonna consume that first bay where like the signs are for the parking spots. That area there is going to be all Associated. The next bay over is going to be all pit trailers and tent setups for pitting. And then the third row is obviously campers. And then all car parking is going to be in the tow yard parking lot. And we put in a gate so you can access the track directly and you won't have to walk all the way around. So when the gate is in, it's ready to go. So that's how the parking situation is going to go for Nationals. What are we at for entry count, Bill?
I checked earlier today, 113 online signed up.
I think it's 118, isn't it?
118, yeah.
118.
Look.
So if you haven't got signed up, get on RC sign up and sign yourself up. A couple of you I've signed up manually because they either don't have RC sign up or they're having trouble with it or something of that nature. So if you are having trouble, reach out to one of the 3 of us and we'll get you signed up.
Yeah, and if you all try on a computer too, if you're trying on your cell phone, if you can got access to a computer, definitely try that because a lot of times it is something to do with the cell phone.
Yeah. And a reminder, Live RC is going to be at Nationals. So if you're on the America's Most Wanted list, be aware you might be on YouTube or on Facebook. So
Bill, you better hide.
yeah, I don't want a Coldplay concert incident or nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
When does the track for nationals?
Yeah.
Or this might be a question for you, Kenny. When does the track actually open for practice? What day?
We're gonna reopen what Friday for practice. Will be our
Yeah.
actual because we're gonna have the 2 clinics and then we'll have practice on Friday. What time you want to start, Bob, for that?
So I've
I mean,
been
pretty
getting this.
much any time.
I got this question all week. If I come on Wednesday, can I use the track? So the track is going to be closed for the Tebow Clinic both Wednesday and Thursday from 1 till 7. So Friday, the track will open for open practice 7, 8
I mean,
o'clock.
Signups for the clinics. They message Tebow, right?
I think we're gonna keep everybody off the track even after the clinic too. So, everybody kind of gets a fair shot at it, or because that.
Say that again. I was.
I mean, are we going to keep everybody off the track after the clinic so the track actually won't be open until Friday of practice day for
Right.
everybody else?
So the clinic goes to 7. Like Jared said, if I need to work one-on-one with somebody or they're just having a good time and they want to run later, he has no problem staying later. So I would say that Thursday, the track probably won't be open.
Yeah, so Wednesday and Thursday won't be, and then just Friday will be open from
7 or 8 in the morning. We don't lock it. So, I mean, if you want to get there at 6 in the morning, go run, go ahead. You'd probably be the only one out there besides Bill, but.
I was reading the comments. What? Did you just take a dig at me?
No. Chris Eldridge, I guess I had to go back up. Norm, they only worked on the track for the free beer. I'm in for a clinic, Chris Eldridge said. Chris, get a hold of me and I'll sign you up on Wednesday. Brandon Clark, and they brought the beer. The Canadians did, yeah. Brandon Clark, any reason is good for these guys. TQ, you should definitely use the overhead map to show where you want everyone to set up and park. I will do that overhead map, TQ, because that worked out well last time, and especially for this event. And people that haven't been there may not know. Rick Pierce, are you capping the entries? Yes, entries are capped at 350 for the Nationals. I think we're at 118.
Yeah, I confirmed. I just looked it up.
It is 118?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on about the hotels again, too?
Thank you. I almost forgot about that. So we got a bunch of people commented that they can't stay at the hotel because the rooms that weekend are $379 a night, which is ridiculous. So I called down there today and spoke to the manager. She was super helpful and friendly. So her name is Kelly, and you may need a name. So if you're planning to stay at the Colonnade, Kelly is her name. She is allowing from the 7th, October 7th. So people coming in on the Tuesday, because maybe they're doing the clinic and hanging out and whatnot. They can stay until Monday or Tuesday, and she is going to reduce the rate of the room as long as you call. You have to call and say you're with the DPRC RC Racing for $139 a night. So it is during their prime season for fall foliage, and they're dropping $250 off for us. So I thought that was pretty phenomenal. So if you're not camping and looking for a hotel, Colonnade Inn. It's not the Hilton, I'll be honest with you. I've never stayed there, but from what we're hearing, it's not the Hilton, but you're not really there to stay in the hotel, I don't think. So $139 a night. Just got to
Is there a
call.
minimum night count, Bob?
You have to stay 2 nights. So the caveat is you got to stay 2 nights or more. So you can stay 7 nights, 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights, 5 nights, whatever you want. But it's got to be 2. And they have 11 rooms Saturday left and 14 or 15 rooms for Friday left. So choose wisely.
And then speaking of like rooms and places to stay, what do we have left for hookup sites and tent sites?
Hookup sites are full.
Okay.
For the full hookup, they're all full. I mean, we can put you on a cancellation list for sure, but we will have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I think 10 more spots in the other yard, the tow yard, where you will have 110 volt power hookup. And then you have the use of the showers and the bathrooms that we put in. So you'll essentially have all the amenities as the full hookup, except it's $50 cheaper. It's $100.
Okay.
Any other questions on any of that, or anybody got questions about nationals? Jared Tebow is coming, and Jared Wiggins still be here. Joey the Dirt.
Yeah, when Joey coming?
Joey's coming the 29th of this month. So we have our point series next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Monday morning, he's coming in to rip the track out and put us down a new layout.
So Monday the 29th.
Monday the 29th. He'll be there all week.
Cool. I definitely want to come down.
Yeah, super nice guy. If you guys want to come meet him, get a picture with him or an autograph, I'm sure he'd love that. Norm, you think of everything for the well-being of the racer. Yeah, Norm, we this came up a couple times this weekend too, right? We're trying, we're so far north, right? We're not next to Boston. We're not next to, Houston, Texas, or Las Vegas. And so when you come up, we're trying to make it enjoyable. We try to give you all the amenities you're going to need, make it a vacation. Everybody I think that I've talked to said that they've enjoyed coming with their kids or their spouses or even their buddies, TQ Chef and them. They come as they call them the boys, right? So the boys come up and they all get to spend a weekend together, and it's just try to make it a good vibe and have everything there for you guys. And if there's anything you guys think we should add or, let us know. Showers will be closed for my clinic, North. Will Friday be controlled practice if it gets too busy? Absolutely, Warren. If we're, even 100, we're
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
118 entries already. And a lot of the local normal racers that race quite a bit with us aren't even signed up yet. So I bet we hit 150.
Oh, easily, I think.
Well, I'm being conservative, right?
Yeah.
So we'll probably, have to be doing a controlled practice.
Yeah, probably do time 5-minute slots or something like that. And then block for nitro that's an open block, so they have time. They can warm up, they can run, they can tune, they can, not as structured as the electric. Electric blocks will have to do, maybe like, 5 minutes. Yeah, just 5 minutes, and then whatever we decide.
Right.
For,
yeah. David Cruz, what's up, brothers? What's happening, Dave? Steve Stone, what's happening? Steve says, I wish I could make the October 4th oval race, same as the carpet starts. Yeah, so Northern Toyota Lifts, if anybody's into dirt oval racing, Northern Toyota Lifts has sponsored a oval race that we're going to have on October 4th. It's a Saturday at 11 a.m. Cash prizes for first, second, third in the A mains in each class. I think it's 50, 35, and 15, and then we'll have medals for first, second, third in every other heat. So thank you, Northern Toyota Lift, and Wayne, who put in a lot of work in making that happen. And I think Cameron and Benjamin Whitney had some part in trying as well. So oval race. We just posted it tonight. So if anybody wants to check that out. You do not need to be a great driver to participate in the nationals. LOL at me. Yeah, you don't feel like just because it's called nationals, if you're a newer driver, you can't race in it because you absolutely can. So there'll be qualifying where it'll seed you in with drivers in your comparable driving. So a new driver is not going to be racing against Jared Tebow or Wiggins, right? It'll weed you out. So. Will, my wife and daughter first time camping for real, and they loved it. Yeah, that's what we want, Will. We want, they tented, right? So it got a little chilly Saturday morning, so I'm sure they were, getting dressed in the sleeping bag type of thing and running to the hot shower. Everyone is welcome. Absolutely, David Cruz. Norm, I will dominate the G main. Paragon is on here. If anybody hasn't checked out Paragon, they make the tire gluing jigs. We sell them in the hobby shop. They're great little tire jigs to glue your tires. Last weekend was awesome. Facility gets better and better every time. We're not done yet. So we'll keep going. And then for nationals, if anybody wants, we started making these. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but these are challenge coins. Trying to get it focused. Says Dynamic Performance RC, has Sparky, the little RC guys, American Canadian flag, all of New England on it. New England Dirt Nationals 2025. And then on the back has an RC car. So these are going to be $10 at the Nationals. If anybody wants one, let me know and I'll print one and hold your name on it. A couple other things we're trying. Some coasters. Same thing on the coasters. And then we're trying some rock coasters. I don't know if you can see that. That's a stone. Man.
There it is.
So reach out to me if that's something anybody wants to get involved in. Oh, and I got one product. This has been a hot seller for us lately. We've been selling them mostly all over the U.S., and I forgot my wrench. But I bent another drive shaft or axle shaft this weekend. No, you guys can't see it. Let me see if I can turn this filter off. So the drive shaft correction tool, rather than paying a ton of money for a new drive shaft. Is it off?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's in the jig. So this has a bow to it. I don't know if you can see it, but this drive shaft correction tool, you put the drive shaft in it, you can slide it around, then you tighten it down and it bends it the opposite way to straighten it out. Something to save you a little bit of money. I know like the HB drive shafts are pretty expensive. So, maybe a $20 tool can save you from spending quite a bit of money. We have sold out of them already. We have another 20 of them coming in this week from overseas. So we'll put them back up on the website as soon as they come in. So that's my product I brought today because that's all I could carry. So David Cruz, I want one of those correction tools. All right, David, I'll save you one. And they're awesome. I mean, it probably not 100% straight, but it's straight enough
Good
where
enough to get through the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Saves you money in the long run. So, and I think it works with drive shafts too, like this center diff to front and rear. So next race is Point Series, October 27th and 28th.
28th, yeah.
Yeah, Point Series.
September 27th.
So, yeah, if anybody didn't get to make it out for the Vermont State Champs and you want to come up and get some time on the track, figure out what tires you're in and your setup for nationals, and that's the race to come up. You don't have to be in the Point Series to come up and race. You can still race just that race. So Norm says, I want something signed by Bill Seguin.
What would you like signed?
No, don't ask that, Bill. Please don't ask that.
Hey, real quick, I know we're approaching 8 o'clock here. You eliminated some classes from the Nationals.
We did. So we're getting to the point where we're getting a lot of entries, and we want to still make the program go smooth. Do I think Nationals is going to be done by 5 o'clock? Maybe. But
Maybe.
Maybe. But if we get, 200, 250, 300, 350 entries, It's obviously not going to be done by 5. So we did eliminate the women's class, 2-wheel drive short course. And sportsman we left up for right now, but we may eliminate sportsman. There's only 2 in sportsman right now. One of those.
Yeah, we need at least 5, like bare minimum 5.
I would say 6.
Yeah.
And then we need to have two classes that are 5 so we can merge the 2 to have marshal coverage. If we don't have that marshal coverage, we can't run those races.
Yeah,
Think about it, that is the biggest problem.
Absolutely.
We need full heats. 8 is really the minimum, where I would say a minimum full heat would be 8.
Yeah. And both of those people that are in sportsman, we've already talked to them that if, we don't get 6 or 8 people in it, we're going to just move them into e-buggy and battle it out.
Which is something I think we need to definitely do moving forward with all of our races, because we just, that coverage is just where it ends up being the time spent.
Is getting marshals.
Yeah.
TQ Chef says, I just called and booked. Thank you so much for that info. So there you go. So there's less rooms now.
Oh, that's awesome.
But, yeah, guys, thank you guys very much, honestly, for the support you've given us and shown us. Can't thank you enough. The Canadians as well. Once we're done, if you guys want, Bago Raceway's having a live tonight about their upcoming event. Go in and check it out and see what they got. So
I don't know if it's going to be any English or not, though.
Yeah, they have translate on the bottom of theirs. Or my
Okay,
phone.
I wasn't sure.
Actually, I think my phone does. I think because of Enzo, I think is why I can see translate. But yeah, go check them out, guys. We'll be. What's the matter?
Monday the 13th is a holiday here.
Monday the 13th is a holiday here. Is that same as U.S.? It'll be a holiday. We'll make it the Canadian after Nationals. Oh, it's Columbus Day. Yes, it's a holiday here too. Yeah, Monday's a holiday for us as well.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Maybe some people will be staying till Monday now. Be less stressed trying to rush home.
Yeah, that is good.
Thank you guys again. We'll see you next Tuesday, 7:00.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you.